I am Stephen Russell Snyder, and what brought me here was a crisis of addiction, anxiety, and basically half resigning. I had run out of options and knew I had to muscle up the strength to get on that plane and travel from Boston to Los Angeles in order to get the healing and treatment necessary to move on. Well, I missed the first flight because of a lack of willingness and wanting to stay put, and was able to get on the second flight. And thank goodness there was a lovely person who I was able to speak to for nearly 4 hours of the flight. Got here and basically felt a sense of relief. Not basically, definitely felt a sense of relief in knowing I was in good hands and knowing something great was going to come out of this. It was very difficult at first, very surreal at first. There was definitely a lack of willingness and feeling that I could cut corners, which wasn't an option. I learned that very quickly. And then once I dove in and leaned in, things started to work. And Stan's patience with me was definitely tested, and I'm so glad that he kept me around. I was treated amazingly in every sense of the word. Some days good, some days when I was out of integrity, it was immediately called out and sometimes very uncomfortable. But then when I executed perfectly, it was amazing. I'm proud of what's going on, but also very proud and grateful for the people who were there for me every day, who supported me, believed in me, and got me out of bed and got me out of my own head. I'm still processing it because it's the first time in a very long time that I feel proud of myself for actually completing something and not half diving in and leaving it or running away, which I was a champion at. But I could be a champion at something else, and this was one of them, receiving that certificate. And especially from a place like this, which was a place of warmth, welcomeness, and safety and support. Trauma can govern you, and integrity can govern you. When you're living in trauma, you will act out and be out of integrity. And when you are in integrity, trauma takes the back seat, and then you are in the driver's seat in every sense of the word. And there's definitely a huge reward of being in integrity versus when you are in that state of trauma and in washing machine mode and on the run. It's not good. Where even though it's harder, it is harder. Being in integrity and doing absolutely the right thing all the time, it's far more rewarding.
So one of the last questions, I want you to fast forward to my funeral.
Well, when you first mentioned that, I pre-predicted me getting up on the podium and opening up with the line of Stan Kurt saved my life. And there'll be a forever gratitude for the time, care, patience, and relentlessness that Stan brought to me, and being able to transform me really into a human. This was by far one of the most challenging, actually the most challenging era of my life. There was no running away.
Someone is at the front door.
There was no stopping anything. And I can just feel something great is going to build from this, because I now have tools. I did not have tools before. I was a lost boy running away. And I feel Stan and this work has helped me evolve into the man I'm supposed to be.